What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super video. Today, we finally get to see the super rares for the Destroyer Kings in set 6, and I gotta say, a lot of them look really good. Some of them are just plain terrifying. Let's go ahead and dive right into it, and let's see who is who. So first up, we have Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta Fusion Onslaught. He's an 8 cost, 35,000 with EX Evolve. Choose 2 red cards from your hand and place them in your drop area. EX Evolve him on a red Gogeta BR with an energy cost of 6. He has Double Strike, and his permanent says this card can't be KO'd and can attack battle cards that are in active mode. When a card evolves into this card, if there are no battle cards in play in your opponent's battle area, choose up to 2 cards in your opponent's life and place them in the drop area, and you can't play Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta Fusion Onslaught for the duration of the turn. When this card attacks a battle card, switch this card to active mode. So, whoa. Okay, so if your opponent has no battle cards, then you can make them automatically lose 2 life. But if there are battle cards, he can attack battle cards in active mode every time, and his auto is not once per turn. So if he attacks a battle card, he switches back to active mode. That is where stuff like Deadly Defender Android 18 and the Pseudo Deadly Defender Krillin are going to work great with King Vegeta Surprise Attack to say fuck this Gogeta. Like the card though, it's really interesting. Then we've got Golden Frieza, Indomitable Emperor. He's an 8 cost, 30,000 with EX Evolve. Choose 3 cards from your hand and place them in your drop area. Evolve him on a red Frieza BR with an energy cost of 7. So it doesn't care which cards you discard. He's got Critical. His permanent says, if your leader card is a red Frieza's Army card, so we got 2 of those, you and your opponent can't play battle cards with 30,000 power or less until they choose 4 cards from their license and place them in their drop area as they play the battle card. Holy fuck. When a card evolves into this card, switch this card to active mode. That's disgusting. So, neither player can play battle cards with 30,000 power or less. You'd have to KO him. Thank Zeno. Thank every god of destruction. They did not give him barrier. That would have been fucking stupid as shit. And I know the perfect card that I will use to murder this. If you've watched my content for long enough, you'll know exactly which card I'm thinking of teching. Then we've got one of the ones I've been looking forward to the most. Ultimate Absorption Majin Buu. He's a 7 cost, 25,000 power with Triple Strike. When this card is played from an energy area, choose up to 1 battle card in your drop area and place it under this card. Then choose up to 1 of your blue energy and switch it to active mode. Once per turn, when this card attacks, if there's a Son Gohan Adolescence card placed under this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, place it under this card, and switch this card to active mode. Whoa, yo. Ew. So, when he's played from the energy area, you put a Gohan in your drop area under him, and then when he attacks, you take a battle card they control and also put it under him. I like that. That's really dope, and just the way the card looks, it looks like that is going to be a super, super amazing looking super rare. I cannot wait to see the SPR for this card. Then we've got my personal favorite variation of Buu, excluding the Fat Buu. This is Gotank's Buu, the Prodigious Absorption Majin Buu. He's a 4 cost, 20,000 power with barrier. When this card is played from an energy area, choose up to 1 battle card in your drop area, place it under this card. Activate main says once per turn, if there's a Gotenks card under this card, play 1 Majin token. Majin tokens have 15,000 power, 0 combo cost, 5,000 combo. So we're getting a new type of token. We need official tokens for the Majin token. And they're probably like Majin Ghost tokens. That's what I would think anyways. Activate main for 3 blue and 1 other. If your leader card is a Majin card, choose 1 Majin Buu with an energy cost of 7 in your energy area and play it. If you played a card, add this card to your energy in rest mode. So, I get it. So, you play him from your energy, and then you'll use his ability to go ahead and play Ultimate Absorption Majin Buu. Because you're going to have to get 7 energy to do that, and that's not very viable. But this way, you just have to get the 4. That card, the foil, is going to look super dope on that one, too. And again, I can't wait to see what the SBR looks like for it. Now, I am pretty upset we did not get a Vegetto super rare, especially since there's just great Vegetto support coming out of this set, but I'll manage to deal with it in one way or another. Then we have Broly, Limits Transcended. He's an 8 cost, 35,000 with Double Strike. His permanent says, during battles where this card is attacking, your opponent can't activate counter skills with energy costs of 2 or more. So, I mean, the only thing that means is you can't Mafuba it, you can't Enrage Gohan Awakening, stuff like that. But all your regular negates are still gonna trigger, so that's not really that big of a deal. As Activate Battle says, once per turn, choose one card from your hand, place it in the drop area. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO it. So you can just KO anything by discarding cards. That's not bad either. But seems pretty lackluster compared to some of the other Broly stuff. And then here is the promo of this Broly. This is going to be available in the Event Pack 3. This is the super rare that they talked about that was going to be in the Event Pack 3. I mean, it's alright looking. Not too much different than the original, so, but I guess it's kind of nice. Then we got Paragus, Rampage Trigger. He's a 2 cost, 5,000 power. When you play this card from your hand, choose up to one Broly control mechanism from your deck and activate it, then shuffle your deck. So he's exactly like the 2-drop Paragus that we got all the way back in set 1. His activate main says, choose this card and one card in your battle area, place them in their own drop areas. Choose one effect. Choose up to one Broly BR with an energy cost of 6 or less from your deck and add it to your hand. Or choose up to one Broly BR from your drop area and add it to your hand. So, you're going to use his ability to put him and probably a 1-drop Broly, or just any Broly in the drop, which is going to trigger their effects, which is then going to bring out another Broly, and then you can just kind of continue the cycle with whatever Broly card you add to your hand. Interesting. Not bad. I like it. It's definitely going to be a good card for the Broly decks for sure. Then we have Broly the Supreme Berserker. This is actually the original Broly from the shitty movies we got. So not the Broly BR that just came out. He's a 7 cost, 30,000 with Evolve for 2 green and 3 other. He's got Critical, he's got Barrier, he's got Auto once per turn, Burst 5 when this card attacks. If your leader card is a Broly card, which we have 2 Broly cards, the Broly BRs don't count. You get to choose one effect. If your opponent has 3 or less cards in their hand, switch this card to active mode. If your opponent has 4 more cards in their hand, they reveal their hand. You choose one card from their hand, and your opponent places it in their drop area. So, either he's going to switch to active and get to attack again, do more crit damage, or you're going to make them discard a card. Either way, they're going to lose cards, or more specifically, lose a card, which, again, not a bad effect. It'll be interesting to see how well this Broly will work with all the older Broly support we have. Then we've got Finishing Blow, Son Gohan. The art on this one looks fucking dope. I can't wait to see what the SBR looks like. He's a 5 cost, 30,000 with Double Strike. His auto is Sparking 7. When you play this card, if your opponent has 4 or more energy, and if there is a Sun, Goku, Guardian Angel under this card, choose all of your opponent's energy, switch them to rest mode, and this card gains dual attack for the duration of the turn. Interesting. So, you pretty much play him, shut down everything your opponent could do, unless they have like the sparking negates, and which only in this particular instance, the one that really matters with the sparking negates is Dimension Magic, just because it untaps energy, which kind of undoes what this card does. But not a bad ability in my opinion, and he gains dual attack, so 30,000. That's gonna do a shit ton of damage. Then we got Bojack the Plunderer. He's an 8 cost, 25,000 power. EX Evolve for 3 yellow and 1 other on a Bojack with an energy cost of 3. When you play this card, if you have 5 or more life, choose all your opponent's cards and switch them to rest mode. When your opponent switches one of their cards in rest mode to active mode, if your leader card is a Bojack Brigade, your opponent chooses one card in the hand and sends it to their warp. So, and of course, you know, you're going to untap, and it's not once per turn, it's not just on your turn, so Wow, so that's gonna... Now, during the untap phase, everything untaps at once. So you should only be discarding one card there. But when you untap things like with Sensu Bean or stuff like that, then that's going to trigger separate instances that are going to force you to discard. Is activate main says once per turn, choose one Bojack Brigade card in your battle area and place it in its owner's drop. This card gains dual attack for the duration of the turn. Yeah, but he doesn't have crit, he doesn't have double strike, none of that, so that's not that bad, to be honest. Then we've got Son Goku, The Adventure Begins. He's a 1-cost, 5,000 power. His activate main says once per turn, choose up to one 4-star ball from your deck or drop area, add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck if you look through it. His other activate main says once per turn, for 2 energy, if your leader card is black, choose up to one skillless battle card with an energy cost of 3 or less from your deck or drop area and play it, then shuffle your deck if you look through it. I mean, it's going to go along with the skillless stuff, so not bad, especially because you're going to play it, but I mean, he doesn't have barrier or any of that. He's just a 5k, so he can die pretty easily. So, I'm not quite sure how I feel about that one. And then lastly, we have Super Shenron, Ultimate Wishmaker. This card can only be played from your hand and can't attack. He's the 8-cost, 35,000. When you play this card, if your leader card is a black Shenron card, and there's a God card in play in your battle area, draw 2 cards. Then choose all your opponent's cards in their battle area, ignoring barrier, and place them in their owner's drop area, and your opponent can't activate skills on cards other than their leader card until the end of their next turn. Ugh. But, that also means you have to have 8 energy. So, you're going to have to play a really defensive game, and on top of that, you're going to have to run objection. So that's going to be really interesting. Now the SPR, granted, if they get similar treatment to the set 5 SPRs, is going to look amazing with that dragon. But him being an 8-cost is really going to suck. It's going to be really hard to get to that. So I don't know. We'll see. Alright, but that's going to do it for this reveal video. Honestly, the 2 I'm most excited for is Majin Buu. I am a little biased, yes, because 1, I want the Majin Buu stuff, and 2, Majin Buu's been one of my favorite characters, but I actually like the mechanic, the dynamic with the cards between playing them from the energy and, having effects when they're played from the energy, stuff like that. I think that's really cool, and that's definitely the deck I'm looking forward to the most. Besides Vegetto, which I'm disappointed that there was no Vegetto super rare, especially since we've got these dope Vegetto cards coming out. But we're going to make do with what we got, and we got some spice to put in those decks as well. So, honestly, all of these look good in their own way. The Shenron can be super terrifying if you actually get to 8 energy. The Brolys are insanely powerful, and don't even get me started on the Gogeta BR and the Frieza BR. But, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys are hype for Series 6, make sure you hit that like button down below for us. We appreciate the support. We appreciate all of our subscribers as well. Let me know in the comments below which cards you're most excited for, and what are you going to build first when set 6 drops? What do you think of the super rares? Which ones do you think are the best, and which ones do you think are the worst? I'm excited to hear all of that and have discussions with you guys on which of these cards could be great and which of them are not. But with that, we're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here now, and we'll see you guys in the next video.